I would never want my daughter to feel like she has no opportunities. But the truth is she has plenty of opportunities. Mm-hmm. To me, it's all about the mindset. But I do feel like, especially in America and in Western culture, there just seems to be a bitterness, even amongst young women mm-hmm. who didn't live through the suffrage era, right. didn't live through some of the atrocities that happened to women in the past, and aren't living through what women in, say, Iraq, mm-hmm. Afghanistan, mm-hmm. those places are going through. So why do you see a sense of bitterness boiling, like coming to a head? And why do you think that is?
I do. And I think that is, I think it's a word of mouth thing, for one thing. We can't live today like they did BC. There's no way. I mean,
you're right.
You're going to walk from where to where, for one thing. I'm just you look at all of that. So you're looking at women now, and they read scripture, and that it's almost like oh no, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to live like that. Okay, but at the time, that is what was required of women, or not required of women. So, but then you see Esther, and you see these women who are prominent in the Bible. So they weren't, I don't think they weren't as, what's the word I'm looking for? Like they weren't out there. They were
forceful.
Yeah, that's a good word. And maybe that's it. Women are more forceful now, and I don't know where that came from. Like, why is it that you feel the need that we have to prove something? What is there to prove? And maybe that's just me. I'm not speaking by any means for all women, but I do find it hard myself to live in today in some respect, because I don't agree with that. I am not that. I wanted to be that stay-at-home mom and have a house, and that was it. But because of things the way they have gone through the years, I had to work. So that almost made me bitter against the equal right movement, because I didn't want to do that. You put that on me, So I hope I'm not stepping out of bounds here, but I'm just being truthful about myself, and I am only speaking for myself. So I guess I'm kind of bitter the opposite way. I'm bitter because I'm having to do something, or have had to do something, that I really never even wanted to or thought about when I was growing up. It was kind of thrown into my lap. So for me, it was kind of the opposite. So if I try to switch it back over to, why women are bitter about, the way things are happening now, and just trying, and I think that's it. They're trying to be in a place that God didn't intend them to be.
That's heavy.
It is. I'm sorry.
That's heavy. That is heavy.
I hope I didn't open up a bucket of worms there.
Well, I know that will upset some people.
It will.
And I know that some people will act like they're upset because that's hitting a nerve that they know that is true. Mm-hmm. But so let's dive into that a little bit, because this is piquing my interest.
Okay.
Because I'm just thinking of the world that my daughter's going to grow up into. Mm-hmm. And of course, she sees a traditional household.
Correct.
She sees mom at home, dad working. And she wants to be an astronaut.
Okay.
She wants to do that world. How do I, as a father, and how could Kendra kind of still institute those traditional values in her while still maintaining the idea that being a companion in her marriage is still just as important as achieving those, career goals, if I'm asking that the right way. How do we balance that? Because, there are some women that don't care about the career. They just want to be home. And there's the extreme of that where there's women that don't care about the home and all they care about is their career. How do we balance that with our daughter, though, who we know that being a partner in a relationship is going to make her the happiest she can be.
Correct.
But she also has a desire to explore and do all those things.
Right.
What can we say to her?
Pray.
Okay.
No, well, I mean, you kind of answered your own question. You are showing her this is what, and I'm not saying anything about women working outside of home at all. This is you all. This is what you all have decided for your family. Kendra wants to be at home. I don't know if you want to work, but you work. So you have that traditional family. So for her, she's seeing Mom is a strong woman. She and Dad talk. They have conversations. You may even have arguments, but then she sees that you work them out. So then she sees how hard you work. And now she's like, I want to be an astronaut. Absolutely. If that's what you truly want to be, and God has put that in her, full on go for it. But don't use an excuse that almost a mindset. I just want to be better than a man. Use it. God gave me this ability for the stars and the planets. I want to do something with that. I feel like He wants me to do something with that. Nurture that and see where it goes. She might change her mind and want to be a dentist in 3 months. Who knows, right? But just the whole, if you as parents wrap yourselves around their dreams and their ideas, you can still throw logic into it. If she wants to do a trampoline from here to the moon, maybe not now, but who knows in the future? Might be able to take a good bounce and hop on up there. I don't know.
Oh, man.
But if you all are instilling in her first and foremost scripture, and you can go through and show her, look, God says if that is what you feel very strongly about, then He's probably put that in you. So He's not going to take that away because she's a woman. He's going to say, no, I created you to do that, regardless of your gender.
I love that. I love the fact that you said it doesn't have to be a competition.
No.
And thinking about it, you're right. That may be where that bitterness is coming from a lot of
now that you say that.
Women nowadays is they feel like they're competing against men when really God designed it to be a partnership regardless.